Thank God we got rid of DEI. Now you can rest assured that the idiots in charge were not chosen for their race or gender. They were chosen purely based on being idiots.
Welcome to Best of Late Night Recapped, your daily dose of the funniest moments from last night's late night shows. Today, we're diving headfirst into the Trump administration's latest oopsie, a Signal group chat about secret war plans that somehow included a journalist. Yep, they texted their Yemen strike plans to Jeffrey Goldberg of The Atlantic, because nothing says classified like hitting send to the wrong guy. Let's see how the late-night kings torched this disaster. First up, Stephen Colbert on The Late Show called it a scandal and a masterclass in rank incompetence. Here's Colbert in his glory. This is an unprecedented failure of national security protocols and a grotesque disregard of the safety of American service members. Or as Donald Trump would say, no it isn't. He roasted their use of Signal, joking, "It's so insecure that the numbers of people you've never spoken to just get sucked in." And then this gem.
It's why the first rule of Fight Club is don't send out an evite for Fight Club.
Colbert's basically saying, if you're planning a war, maybe don't use the app you also use to argue about pineapple on pizza. Colbert laid the groundwork, but Jimmy Fallon on The Tonight Show turned the incompetence dial to 11. Jimmy Fallon couldn't get over how sloppy this was. He said,
"It was so sloppy, even drunk kids on spring break were like, get it together, dudes. Come on, man."
He spotted those green text bubbles, yep, Android users in the mix, and quipped, "Who has an Android? You know it's Vance." And here's the kicker.
Meanwhile, today, Trump held an emergency meeting to decide what scandal he's going to introduce to make this scandal go away.
Fallon's out here picturing Trump like a magician pulling scandals out of a hat. Is this your leak? From sloppy to straight-up absurd, Ronny Chieng on The Daily Show shredded the administration's denials like a paper umbrella in a hurricane. Chieng went full savage.
Hey, look, just because you write in all caps, "This is when the first bombs will definitely drop," doesn't mean they're war plans. Okay? This is Pete Hegseth. Maybe he was talking about Jaeger bombs.
He also threw out a wild theory about Mike Waltz's excuse for Goldberg being in the chat, suggesting Waltz might be having an affair with him. Ronnie's like, forget war plans, sounds like a love triangle gone wrong. Absolute chaos, and we're here for it. Last but not least, Jimmy Kimmel on Jimmy Kimmel Live kept it real and let the stupidity shine. Kimmel broke it down simply. Now, I'm not an expert on war, these don't seem like peace plans to me. He read the text, F-18's launch, first bombs will definitely drop, and mocked their not war plans excuse. Then he hit them with,
This operation was about as secretive as a Fortnite Twitch stream, okay?
and the zinger,
Thank God we got rid of DEI. Now you can rest assured that the idiots in charge were not chosen for their race or gender. They were chosen purely based on being idiots.
Kimmel's out here serving truth with a side of sass. A few more bangers from the night, Fallon said.
Yeah, say what you want. This never would have happened under Biden. For starters, he didn't know how to text.
It's like handing a toddler a flamethrower and acting shocked when the house burns down. So there you have it, folks. Last night's late-night verdict. The Trump team handles classified info like a drunk uncle handles Thanksgiving secrets, loudly, badly, and with an audience they didn't mean to invite. That's all for Best of Late Night Recap. Love this? Smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell. We're back tomorrow with more laughs from the late night crew. See ya.